So welcome back to another FIFA 21 Career Mode topic video. Today we're going to be talking about the things EA should steal from PES Career Mode. So if you didn't know about Master League, it does have a few different kinds of features that you don't currently get in FIFA 20 Career Mode. Now I'm not saying FIFA 20 Career Mode is bad, I think it's one of the best offerings in a long time, but if EA could actually take these things from PES, put them into Career Mode, it would make the overall Career Mode experience a bit better as well. So I want to take my time with this video. It might take 1 or 2 parts to get through everything I want to talk about. I want to show you guys the features in depth, explain them to you so you know how it works, and we'll just see how it goes. Now, if you do enjoy the video, please leave a thumbs up for me so the YouTube algorithm knows what to do with this video. And also, if you guys are new around here and you want to know all the latest in regards to FIFA news, FIFA updates, Career Mode content, make sure you subscribe today so you don't. It's been a long time since I played PES, probably since September, so it's still good to take a look at its features, and that's what we're going to use it for today. We might even use PES 2018 features because some PES 18 features that were good also got sort of removed in the latest game. But anyway, let's take a look at a brand new feature in PES 2020, starting with Legend Managers. So when it comes to manager customization, creating managers, I think EA has done a great job this year with the whole manager customization thing. But one feature that I would love to see in a FIFA Career Mode is the ability to use icons as managers in Career Mode. Now with mods you can sort of enable it. You can become Roy Keane, you can use Solskjaer. It's not really easy to implement, but if you know what you're doing with the mods, there is a way to do it. But the game itself doesn't actually offer any kind of feature that lets you use a actual icon in the game. Now that would be pretty cool because you could actually use legend managers just as your own Career Mode guy instead of having to create your own guy. Some people would love to use a legend, and Konami has figured that out and actually implemented a system that you can use legend managers in your save and you can actually be the manager. So we've got guys like Johan Cruyff, Diego Maradona, Zico, Romario, Bebeto. You guys have probably seen this when I made my PES videos a few months ago. We've got Mateus as well, Hullet. There's only 8 of them, I believe. The rest of them are generic guys, but they're high quality faces and stuff. But my issue with the PES system is that they took out the very good customization system that they had in favor of this system. Now, it is a nice thing to have legend managers, but it's not really good that you can't create your own guy anymore. But anyway, EA should definitely steal this. They have all the icons. Just let us use the icons offline in Career Mode. That would be fantastic, EA. They would take this game to another level as well. Imagine the storylines you could create. You could do players like Roy Keane at United, Ryan Giggs at United, and whatever else is out there with the icons. There's so many there. You can do so many kinds of storylines. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about for this one. In Career Mode, there is no real derby build-up. So, you know, if you're playing a derby or got a derby coming up, you don't really notice it until you actually have to play it, until you see the icon come up on the calendar. And in PES, they implemented a system this year that has cutscenes and press conference questions about a derby, and weeks before the derby is due, your managers, your team is actually preparing for the derby before it actually comes. And by the time it comes, you know, you're ready to go and you feel actually pretty pumped up to go and play that match. So let's see what they actually do in PES. So it's actually based on chapters, and chapter 1 is basically your manager and your assistant. That looks like Phil Collins a little bit, talking about the derby, and it says the match against Liverpool on the 18th of November is not just any old match between two football powerhouses, it's a derby. Us winning derbies is the reason why the club supporters keep coming back. So this is happening weeks before the derby is due as well. And Maradona replies, that's clear to me, we'll win our next match to show them what we're made of. So as you can see, you know, we're not even versing them straight away. We're still weeks away, but we're already preparing for this derby. And when you actually go back to the dashboard after that cutscene, it says in the title, must watch match of the season, 2 weeks till derby clash. So it's actually pumping you up. And as you get closer to the match, chapter 2 of the Derby Day storyline plays, and you can see that it has like a dialogue. It says, winning today is all well and good, but make sure you don't push the players too hard. We need to be at full strength for the upcoming derby against Liverpool. So this assistant is very, very concerned with the match against Liverpool, and Maradona replies, you're putting me between a rock and a hard place, but I'll do my best. So once you actually reach the derby day, you actually get a press conference before the match, and you get asked questions about the derby. So it says, what result do you expect from the derby match? You can pick, we're going to win, we're evenly matched, I think it's going to be a tough contest. And then Maradona will give his answer in full dialogue. And then that's basically it. After the derby, you don't really hear too much about the result and stuff. They didn't really work on anything after the match. But before the match, you definitely feel like the derby is coming, even 3 or 4 weeks in advance. And it actually gets you pretty pumped. It makes it an important match. You know, in the real world, it's an important match. But in FIFA, you just check the calendar. Oh yeah, I've got a derby. And then you just play the match. There's no real hype to it. So I think they could steal it from PES. I don't know if they need to create cutscenes or new headlines and stuff. That would be pretty awesome. But just think of something, EA. In PES, there is a lot of cutscenes, but they do really nice cutscenes. You know, EA gets a bit lazy. They just give you like a tile animation that lasts for a couple seconds. But if you sign for a new club, if you start your season off, you don't even get a cutscene that shows your manager going around, shaking hands with the players and stuff. And PES has done this feature this year where you can see your manager walking around, shaking players' hands, joining De Gea on the couch as well, drinking his coffees, you know, talking with De Gea there. I think he was texting his missus or something. But yeah, this is cool stuff that you just don't get in FIFA at the moment. And I would love to see it, you know. Because when you sign for a club, all you get is that little article thing that doesn't really say too much anyway. And you don't actually feel like you're beginning a mad journey. But with this, you can see, you know, Maradona's on the training pitch, talking with the assistants, you know, getting a feel for the club, wearing the ties, in the boardroom as well. Got the laptop going. Not sure if he knows what he's doing with the laptop, but he's got it going. You can see how many coffees there are as well. These guys are drinking coffees by the gallon. And they're just talking about different objectives and stuff. You just don't see it in FIFA. EA, come on, man. Just start using some cutscenes for when you actually start your career off or when you join a new team. Now, if EA can't do cutscenes, at least just do a press conference when you actually start, when you actually sign as a new manager. Like this one in PES, it's a press conference for when you actually become the manager. And it asks you about your league title chances and stuff. I know EA has something similar when you actually start the Premier League. But I would like to have a press conference on day one when you get the job, asking you different kinds of things about what you want to expect out of the club and stuff. So yeah, I think that would be pretty cool. Just have a different beginning to career mode. Another cool cutscene that PES has is when you sign players. Now I think if EA could do something similar, this would bring immersion levels to a whole different level. Imagine having like Neymar, Ronaldo walking around your training pitch in career mode because you just bagged him for 100 million, 200 million. It would be so awesome, and you're even shaking hands with the manager and stuff. This is a really cool cutscene, and Werner actually does a press conference here with the TV channel or something. They got him on the camera there, and he says, "I'm super excited," you know, that kind of stuff. But there's also a different variant of the cutscene, and I'll show you that one now. So this one is the variant. This one is absolutely sick as well. You've got the jersey on the stand there. You got Messi walking in. Thank God you don't see Ed Woodward there. But we got Messi with the club polo shirt on, you know, about to sign his contract. There you go. He looks really good in PES as well. He's got the tattoos, got the beard, the face, you know, that kind of stuff. They scanned him pretty well. And yeah, you can see him shaking hands. Pretty happy there. Got the deal done, joining Manchester United. And that's basically the variant of the cutscene. Now, I would love to see this in FIFA as well, man. Especially when you sign those big players. It doesn't really make you feel any different to when you sign a smaller player. Like, this would be sick. Now, PES has this really cool thing, and FIFA used to have it in older career modes as well, but it's called a development chart, and it basically predicts what overall the player is going to be in a few years' time based on the way he's growing at the moment. So, PES uses dynamic potential just like FIFA does, I believe, and as you can see, with these examples, we have De Gea, and he's only going to go down as he gets a bit older, so by 31, he's still going to be sort of 89-ish. Harry Maguire is going to stay level as well. But when you have young players like Dalot, by 22, they're going to be growing more than what they are now. And you can see like their expected progress versus their actual progress as well. And if you do training with them and stuff, they will grow a bit better as well. Ashley Young's on the decline. Pogba's sort of on the decline as well. But basically, you can just analyze these stats, you know, just go through each player and see how they're progressing. Chong is going to be sort of at 70 by the time he's 22. That's pretty cool. And as you can see, you can get a good idea on how your players are going to be aging and growing in the next couple of years. So I would love to see this back in FIFA as well. They used to have it in FIFA 06, FIFA 07, but it's gone now for some reason. Hopefully they bring it back. Another cool feature that was in PES 18, I'm not sure if it's in PES 2020, I couldn't really find it, but they had a chances of signing tab. Basically, when you would go to sign a player, it would have this tab, and if you had no blue bars there, it would mean that you have no chance of signing this guy, even if you put in big money or a good offer for him. But if you had a guy with like 4 or 5 bars, that means that there is a high chance that he will accept your offer and you can have a good chance of signing him. It's very, very tough to sign players using this system though. World-class talent won't just leave the squad easily because they have like very low bars. So I don't know if they took it out in PES 2020, I couldn't find it, but in PES 18 it definitely was there. Some people prefer this because it is a bit more realistic and it's a good indicator of which players are willing to join your squad too when you try and look for players to buy. In career mode, you can actually sign a player on the same day as you negotiate, but in PES, it's a little bit different. the player does take a few days to arrive after you've accepted the deal. So we're going to do an example. Neymar accepts it and he's ready to go, but you have to wait a few days for him to actually join up with your team. It's just the way it works, and I think it makes more sense too, because in the real world, a player just doesn't come on the same day. You know, it takes a few days to announce the deal and stuff like that. And in career mode, you can basically sign a player and then use him on the same day in a match. It just doesn't really make sense. But I know it's a game. Some people like it like that. Some people don't. But if you're talking about realism, then it should take a few days for the player to arrive after the deal has been accepted. So there's definitely going to be a part 2 in this series, and there's going to be a lot more features to talk about. If you need something else to watch, make sure you hit the card in the middle. It'll take you to another FIFA 20 video of mine. I'll see you next time.